What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Meet Me in Napa. I am your host, Jeremy Jackson. I'm so glad that you're here and you're joining us again for another episode. I have next to me a special guest here, Miss Fern Stroud. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Fern is a visionary, a creative, a woman who is redefining what presence and purpose looks like in the wine industry. She is the founder of Black Vines, a brand rooted in storytelling, culture, and intention. Her journey is not just about building a label, it's about creating space, honoring identity, and showing what is possible when authenticity leads the way. This conversation goes beyond wine. It is about life, resilience, legacy, and the courage to build something meaningful in an industry that was not designed with everyone in mind. And so I just had to start with that because you are someone who is and has built something that our community can come to, and we can come in a space where we can be us, and we can don't have to come with the airs and don't have to come with a lot of the guardrails that are set up, that have been set up, and you've created that space. So first, I want to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you for appreciating it and supporting it and coming through and experiencing it.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So, Miss Fern Stroud, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How was your day? You were up here in Napa earlier before you came and sat down. You had a little bit of drink and everything. Are you doing good?
A little tasting.
A little tasting.
It is what it is, but I'm good. I'm good. It's a new year. Feeling good and just excited about what's to come. So
yeah. How was your New Year's?
My New Year was chill.
It was chill?
Super chill. Brought it in with a lot of intention. And just looking forward to what 2026 brings. This is our 15th year of doing what we do. And so we're just really trying to just make things different. Flow different. Be way more impactful. And opening more doors and opportunities for folks. Yeah.
So what's special about today is that today is actually Martin Luther King's birthday. It's Martin Luther King Day, right? And it was so it wasn't even my intention to be but it means a lot that, I'm here in Napa Valley doing my thing, a podcast, and I'm highlighting, and you're doing your event. Black Vines event is coming up in about a month or so. And it just feels good that in spite of what people are trying to do to tear away our progress, we're still here thriving. We're visual, and we're in the front line doing this. And so I'm excited. I had to say that because the opposition are not. They're bold about what they say and about how they go about what they do. So I want to make sure that I'm intentional about how loud and clear I am in standing against it and standing with us and how we move and how we navigate spaces and do things. So thank you again. So I want to start with you a little bit. Just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you from, where were you raised,
Okay.
who is Fern? Before we get into all the other stuff, who is Fern?
Fern is a kid from Berkeley, a musician, from an early age, a lover of arts and people. And so I grew up with two educators. Both of my parents were educators. So I'm the baby of a blended family. And really just a lover. I love people. I love experiences. I love... I'm learning to love me more and more, and really want to create spaces where people can feel loved. And so in a nutshell, I'm just a Berkeley baby trying to spread love in every space, in every place that I'm present. Yeah.
I mean, that's apropos to the energy that and the vibe Berkeley has created over the years, right? You have the love and
for sure. We
the
live
community
with the hippies,
of love.
Man. The hippies for sure. Hug a tree.
Yeah, tree huggers and
talk
stuff.
Back. That's what it is.
You did bring us some wine, and we're not going to go through this interview empty-handed.
Oh no,
so,
you're gonna see me sip.
Yeah, so let's grab these.
Sipped, as you can see,
we go. Yeah, I took a little sip too.
Glass.
Let's grab a glass. Let's cheers to a great interview. Yes, and can you explain to what the label that you have here?
Okay, so This is Vision Cellars.
Mm.
And so with what we do at Black Vines is providing a platform for Black-owned wineries and vintners. And Uncle Mac McDonald and Miss Lil own this label. But aside from that, have been extremely supportive along our journey. And so, oh shit, I didn't.
It's all good. It's all good.
I gave you the eye, so I gotta.
It is good.
You know, he's known as the Prince of Pinot.
The Prince of Pinot. Okay,
That's
I didn't know that.
Hey yo, so Uncle Mac.
That was the first wine that I really fell in love with was Pinot. Yeah.
Uncle Mac is an amazing person. What I love most about him is his honesty, his directness, and he does it with a tact and a love that if you're too sensitive, you might not receive it.
Tough love.
Not even tough love, just real. You can't be fragile. You can't be plastic. You know what I'm saying? It's like real recognized real.
Yeah.
And the conversations that I've been blessed to have, the time I've been blessed to spend with him, it's been amazing. And so AAA VINES, the Association of African American Vintners, was the first organization to support us in getting Black wines into spaces that we curated. And so there's a deep love and appreciation for those founders, the folks that we met. Gosh, that was in like 05, 06.
Okay.
2005, 2006. And it's been a beautiful journey. And so Uncle Mac, we're sipping some Pinot.
Yeah.
I've held on to this bottle for quite some time. And so I'm glad to be sharing it with you.
Thank you so much. I one of the things I've said before, I said, you really know how much someone likes you depending on the type of bottle they open up with you.
That's real talk.
I know that's true. I know it's true.
That's real talk because, man, you literally, especially folks who have a ton of wine, you have all of this wine, but then you have your special bottles. And you don't open your special bottles just for any nilly-willy, only because you want it to be equally appreciated. And so you're taking your time, your energy, and your platform to allow us to be here. And so I wanted to share something special with you.
Thank you.
And so this is Uncle Mac. This is my homie.
Uncle Mac, we got to get you on. This is the second time someone has brought your name up on my podcast. So
we're going to make it happen.
Yeah, we got to get Uncle Mac on.
We'll make it happen. Now, you might have to go to Uncle Mac.
That's okay. We come to him. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, he earned all the respect. I got to come to him. So how did your I mean, you created this event, Black Vines, in this space, but give us an origin story about how did you fall in love with wine, and then from falling in love with it, what made you want to create the Black Vines in this space to curate it for BIPOC community?
You know what? It was completely opposite. So I didn't fall in love with wine.
Okay.
I fell in love with people. I fell in love with an opportunity to provide space. And I fell in love with the fact that the community embraced what it was that we were doing. And so, and this is not me. Like, this never started with just me. It was always myself and a team.
Yeah.
Who believed in the vision, who listened to the crazy when I was talking about it, who encouraged me when I backed out. Because we were going to start it, and then I was like, man, I can't do this. Like, who am I to do this? Because I wasn't in wine.
You sound just like me and my story with this podcast.
Like, that's not, that wasn't my space.
Yeah.
However, I knew that I had been to Napa, and this is many, many years ago. But I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel welcomed. And I never wanted anyone else to experience what I felt. And so this was also a platform to prepare you from when you go to spaces and places and someone may try to make you feel inferior. Like, understand the tasting process and just be comfortable. The other thing was providing spaces of excellence, curating spaces of love, curating spaces where you can drop all the bullshit that you're dealing with and just be authentically yourself. Unapologetic, And just, we want you to walk in feeling loved and walk out feeling more loved than when you came in. So we want to express, like not even express, we want to provide the space for all arts to be expressed, like music, culinary arts, art in a bottle. We have artists as well, like fine arts. And so all mediums that your genius is coming through, we want to provide that space to make it happen. So again, it wasn't me. It was the team and myself who continue to work to make this happen and continue to fine tune it and tweak it, get feedback, and try to make sure that everyone that we're here to serve is served, and not really worry about the people we're not meant to serve, because somebody is meant to serve you.
Yeah.
So, but for us, we have to serve the hell out of our people, because who else is doing it?
Yeah.
You know, who else is being intentional about curating a space where you can walk in and feel loved, curating a space where you get images of black men smiling, curate a space where you have this intergenerational interactions happening, curating a space where you can be next to a billionaire and have a conversation. And that's just what it is. And so I'm blessed to be in the position, and I thank God for allowing me to be the vessel for this to happen, and whomever else comes after that, you know, fill that space as well, because we're all here for a purpose, and we have to fulfill our reason for being here.
Yeah, I would say last year. So I've heard of your event for a while now. I mean, you're a big thing in the Bay Area, but my first time attending was last year. And I would say that by me moving, when I moved out here to Napa, of course, I started getting into wine a lot more. So it was imperative that I had to grace your space and go check it out. And everything that you just said is what I experienced. You walked in, it wasn't pretentious. It was fun. The energy was high. People were kind. You know, I got to be exposed to all these different wine labels that I didn't know of, or wine brands, should I say, that I didn't know of. I even met, actually I just had him on the episode. I just released it, Ryan Williams. He was, he was there, although I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But, you know, just coming into the space and then you're there and you see him and knowing the respect that, and the appreciation that he has in the world of wine, and to have access to it, to be able to talk to these people and have these conversations. It was really just, me and my wife, we had just a time of our life. And it was, as I left in gratitude, and I left just thinking very deeply about things. You know, I just, you just leave like a good church sermon or something, and you just, you just like, man, you start thinking about life. You think about where you came from. You think about your ancestors. You think about how many years it took for us to just be able to commune and have access and have these things. And so, yeah, I had everything. If you haven't been there, 2026, you have to go, and there's other ways of support. Another question I have for you is that,
can I just pause and say how beautiful that is?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
'Cause it's not like we planned this conversation. Like we had no,
this is off the cuff.
Yeah. So for you to say that that's the experience that you had, first of all, I need all the feedback, right? Because this is it goes back into how to improve it. And so to know that that's how you felt walking out, it validates that we're doing something right.
Right.
Because that's exactly what we want. Like the wine is just a medium to break down the barriers, to allow those organic connections to happen. So for that to be invoked, and then you leave and you're still, your mind is going into other directions because of that experience. That's what we want. And we have to continue to curate more spaces where that happens. Just imagine if you could do something like that once a month.
That would be amazing.
Where would we be as a people?
Yeah.
As a society. And, tear down black, white, green, whatever. just spaces where people can feel that, and then they pour that back into wherever they're going.
Yeah. Yeah, you take that with you, and then you take that back home, and you give it to and you spread. What's the song that says "Sowing the seeds of love"?
Man,
I love that song.
Man,
yeah. So
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I was just
no.
like,
You're okay. You're okay.
That was dope. That was dope.
So when you look back at your early formative years, like what would you say shaped you the most into becoming who you are today? And
what didn't shape me? Like every single experience that I had, good or bad, shaped exactly the woman I am today. And so some of the lessons and blessings that I went through and endured and learned were self-inflicted, right?
Man.
And and in spite of all of those things, I can't say there was one thing that was most influential, because every single thing had an impact. And I just continue to pray and meditate and ask for guidance and hope that I'm living in the purpose, or actually like doing the thing that I'm meant to do. And so all of those experiences and all of those influences and all those variables that I had went through, that's who shaped who I am. And it's a little bit of everything, man. Sugar, spice,
here, a
everything nice, a little hood shit, like all the things. Corporate, tech, like music, arts, these things.
I saw that. So you come from the tech side in your professional career.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was a computer kid.
Okay. So you like a breakdown computer, build computer, and all that kind of stuff?
I broke a computer down at probably like 10.
Wow. He might be my brother. That's how he was.
My mom was a teacher, and so they had just got computers into the schools.
Okay.
So these are huge computers that that needed to be housed during the summer, because they needed a safe space for these expensive computers, not just sitting in the school. And then they needed to be used a little bit.
Cause like an engine, you got to cut it on sometimes.
Yeah. So my mom brought a computer home one summer, and it changed my life. Like I fell in love. And so I have always known that the technology that was possible behind those machines would change the world.
With that being said, one thing that strikes me a lot, I was watching an interview with I can't believe, I think it was the Earn Your Leisure guys, and he was talking about how he did a tour at Apple, and Black presence is just almost non-existent in these spaces. Like where, yeah, we could go there. You know what I mean? Hey. We could go there. We could do it. So if you come from the tech world, were you in coding? Were you software development? What was your?
I was in software development.
Okay, so software development.
I was in computer science major.
Okay.
At San Jose State.
Okay.
In the late 90s.
Late 90s. Okay, so you were at the forefront of all. Yeah.
Man, when it was before Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I remember certain things happening because I was there. So I was in San Jose. I was at San Jose State. And so just seeing things so rapidly happen, folks I was in classes with were like, "Hey, I'm gone."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finna go catch this IPO.
Like, for real. That's literally what was happening. And I'm like, what? But it was too many people in those classes. And I was like, man, I can't do all these people. So I changed my major to business with a computer information systems focus. But like my first 2 years, I was 100% like in that software development realm, and went into I got an internship in a management exchange program at AT&T. And so that was like software development. It was an internal consulting firm, basically. So we were hired out to other teams to augment their software development teams. And so
why do you think why do you think that Black children, or even kid or even young adults, why do we not jump in? Like, we see all this money being made. We see Facebook, we see Instagram. Why is it, do you think that the funnel for when our kids go to college, they're not running to those educational like developments to learn those things and to step out? It's like where we go into so many different things, marketing and communications and different stuff. And I'm not knocking any of those, disciplines, but I'm just saying, what do you think is the struggle that you see in those?
I'm gonna go a couple of places.
Okay.
With this, one is the King's Day, right?
It is Martin Luther King's Day, yeah.
And so in that, in some of the later writings, first of all, so we had the Brown versus Board of Education, right, which was to integrate schools.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, you had a law passed, but not enforced.
Mm.
And so in that, there was always a disparity. And then another law passed where like districts could basically track you based on your readiness or your, what was the name of that? I forget, but how suitable you were to perform. That's how you were placed in school.
Okay.
That tracking system is still in effect.
Uh-huh.
And so that's one thing. So you got the access is not as readily available.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have, where do you see the examples?
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about when I got into tech, it was less than 2%.
Mm-hmm.
What other industry is so similar? Why?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's an invisible barrier to access that once you realize it's bullshit, you can break through.
Yeah.
But how many people are held back by invisible bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, so many people are held back thinking that they can't.
Mm-hmm.
When it's literally nothing there.
There's nothing there. Yeah.
And so it's it hurts my heart to know that people feel like they're not capable or worthy or even smart enough.
Mm-hmm.
This computer shit, let me tell you straight up. We use words in tech to make it a barrier.
Yeah.
Just like sommeliers and other folks use words in wine to make it a barrier. The reality is, it's very simple. It's zeros and ones.
Zeros and ones, yeah.
It all is rooted in mathematics, aka music, aka rhythm, aka vibration. And so when you can get in tune with it, you can plug in and understand it all. The same with this wine bullshit. Like, your palate is your palate.
Yeah.
What you taste is what you taste.
Yeah.
Every winemaker I've ever sat down with never went through all of this extra stuff. They sat down and said, "What do you think?
That's what it is.
Do you like it or not?"
It's so true.
So it comes down to zeros and ones. Things are very simple. When you complicate something, you can raise the price and the barrier to entry.
Uh-huh.
But when you break it down, it's very simple.
It's ABC.
Yep.
Yeah. So, your Black Vines label, it represents many wines. And how do your personal values and lived experience show up in the brand's identity and storytelling?
We just let black folks be black. Hey,
I love it. Sometimes that's all we need. You know what I mean?
How many times do we have to contort to fit everywhere else?
That's true.
Man,
Yeah.
just be black and be okay. And guess what? Anybody not black, it does not matter.
Yeah.
You're not excluded.
You're not excluded.
Please come get some of this love. Please come let somebody hug you.
Yeah.
Please come understand.
I think oftentimes the confusion is whenever spaces are created that are like called black this or black that, it's not to say we don't want you there. It's saying that we've tried to come to your, and we weren't, I don't want to say it's always accepted. It's just, it's a difference of, so let's do our thing. You come commune with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And feel that and get that love and get that, and you'll see that some of the things that you thought or people think are the barriers are really not there when you catch us in our comfort zone, in our space, and we're able to be us and let our hair down.
Yep.
And and different things. So no, I get it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
be
it's just
you.
it's and everybody come and be yourself. You don't have to be down
Yeah.
when you come.
Yeah.
Do you like wine?
Do you like wine? Yeah.
Because you're gonna get, there is wine for every single palate. We're talking about award-winning, phenomenal wine, all the way to very approachable wines. So anything that you like from any kind of wine drinker is available at Black Vines. And so, like, if you like wine, come. If you just Black and want an experience, come.
Yeah.
Bring your babies.
Yeah.
We don't really promote it, but it's family friendly.
Yeah.
We want babies to see that. Like, we want to have that experience, something that's brought up in their memories.
Yeah.
And have it like a core memory, a core experience that they can always reflect back to.
Yeah, like say, I went to this wine event, and when you're young, I think that's another thing too. We were talking about the tech side. It's like, but the same with the wine. Same with a lot of industries. We need to be seeing it from a young age. And then once there's so many stories since I've started this podcast, and I've talked to people not just on my podcast but outside. And I ask people, when did you start? And a lot of people say, my parents, they used to drink wine, or they did this or that, and I hear that more. It's more common than not that people's entry level is their parents, or their family at some point, or they got to it young, and their birth and their love for it grew from there, as opposed to a lot of people catching it as adults. And that's interesting. You had podcasts set up at your last event. Are you doing one there this year?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, because it took away from the experience a little bit, and we just want to make sure that people are experiencing it.
Yeah.
However,
I wouldn't ask it because I want to do it. I would just ask.
No, but within the space, I'd rather have those interactions happen within the space.
Yeah, yeah.
And so not a walk away, not off in another part. I want all of that to be kind of inclusive in the space. And so I don't think we're going to do that, but I'm not 100% sure just yet. So we'll see what makes the most sense. But again, we want people to be in the space, present, and able to experience every single second. And that's important. And one thing about it is Black Vines is far more than just one day. Like the stuff that we do.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. What else?
We do stuff. First of all, I'm calling and texting and consulting with winemakers weekly. Like, yeah, a lot. Because we have 40 plus, 50 plus Black winemakers that we work with. We work with Black winemakers. We work with artists. We work with caterers and restaurateurs. We work with chefs. We work with musicians. And so...
So like if there's a wine that I want to find, do I go to your website and I can find different winemakers or labels?
All that. Or you could reach out to us. If you become a member, we become your concierge.
Okay.
So you hit us up and say what you want.
Yeah.
We can get you. I can get you whatever.
Whatever.
Like, we can make it happen. You tell me what you like, what you want, what your palate is, what you like to eat, what you cook, like all those things, and we can make it happen. We can bring, we curate tours. We're really like leaning into wine and jazz experiences more and more. We're national, international.
Yeah.
We're doing things in other countries.
Yeah.
We partner with tourism boards.
Okay.
So like, I just want to let folks know that beyond that one day event, we're doing so many other things, because we have like 3 bodies of clients that we have to serve. We have our winemakers that we have to serve and show value, for them to continue to work with us. We have our artists, and musicians and other folks are actually just probably four bodies of individual clienteles that we work with. So people that we support outside of the event. We have our sponsors and partners. So those are nonprofits we work with, our sponsors. We have to make sure that we don't just take money, right? What we do is align with values and goals. And if we can help you reach goals, you can help us. If it's not a win-win, we don't even want the money. Like, we have to ensure that we're providing value wherever we go.
Right.
And so we work things out with our partners. That's tourism folks and all of that. Well, and that third one is like, so that's tourism, sponsors, all of that. And then we have our attendees, the people who walk through the door. And so that's our members, because we have a membership model that folks would be a part of. And then we just have the folks who kind of attend and come to events and experience it. So each one of those sectors, we have to make sure that we're serving, and each one of them have different needs. And so that's a 365, 24/7 kind of
So has
thing.
this supplanted is this what you do full time now? Or
I've been doing this full time since 2020.
Okay. So you're doing this and you're not working in any other career. Okay.
Not right now. Nope. But shoot, somebody needs a technical project manager, program manager. The price is right. And
The price is right. Yeah.
Actually, it's not even about the price is right, because I won't just take anything.
Yeah.
It's about if the fit is going to benefit the organization.
Right.
If me coming in and being able to train other program managers, project managers on process and how to connect with people.
Yeah.
Because it's all about connection and relationships. Because you got to, like, that whole, the end of my career was rooted in all the responsibility, none of the authority. So I had to get engineers, data scientists, product folks, all aligned without any authority.
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
But if the ball dropped, it's on
it's
me.
on you,
right?
Yeah.
So if folks need that game, I got 15 years like doing straight up managing people, managing attitudes, managing and that helps me do what we do here.
Yeah, I'm about to say that had to have crossed over.
It's artists. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, computer science folks, tech folks are artists. Winemakers are artists. All these people are artists. I love you all, but y'all be crazy as hell sometimes. And so, but I understand that because I'm an artist, right? So, and I'm an artist from like in all of those disciplines. So I'm probably really crazy as hell. So I'm able to relate.
Your reputation precedes you, or what?
You just move and groove and make it happen. That's why I pray and meditate a lot and be cool.
So where do you want? You're in year 15 this year.
Yeah.
What's the bigger goal, or have you hit your objective, or you're just cruise controlling from here? Are you trying to hit a bigger mark? Because we've seen all kind of festivals have popped up over the years, right?
Oh yeah, we've created a model that is replicated.
Yeah, you see people doing stuff in the South, Atlanta, and
It
there's
can be
other stuff even in the
replicated.
Bay Area. People are doing them. So,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself for the next 5 to 10 years with the Black Vines brand?
Black Vines is about service. So wherever those needs come up, we're here to service those needs. And so we can always have a plan. And I love making plans. I love having to-dos and checking them off, but also being open to being agile and moving where the need is. And so ideally what we want to do is really create more opportunities for our winemakers, because at the core of what we do, it's rooted in building, maintaining, and sustaining a Black economic ecosystem. And so it's always been bigger than wine. And so if we can continue to build the infrastructure within our little ecosystem that can then translate and impact other ecosystems, and we work within those ecosystems, that's where we're able to really grow. And so over the next few years, the goal is to really root ourselves in systems and process, and creating repeatable, automatable things that still provide the level of service that we're known for. Serving our folks, growing nationally and internationally, and amassing as large of a organization that we can support to the best of our ability. And so we're open. What I envision is just more opportunities for us to get our partners in front of people, and larger festival activations, doing more jazz and wine experiences, and just continuing to like being rooted in purpose. And as that purpose continues to be refined, go with it, not push against it, not resist, being a servant of what it is that I'm supposed to do, and doing all of that wrapped with love.
Wrapped with love.
You know, so.
Sound like I'm talking to my grandmama right now.
Wrapped with love, baby. Seal it with a kiss. Come on,
so
man.
that you have that ancestry like
Oh man,
spirit about you. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah. I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
I was raised with, my parents were a little older when they had me, and so my influence is a lot different.
I want to ask you a question about your parents. Off mic, you were saying they were educators.
Yes.
So, what were they doing in education, your parents, and what were the years of this?
Okay, so my father was one of the first black teachers in Palo Alto.
Okay.
In elementary school.
Okay.
And my mother was the first black teacher at Oxford Elementary School in Berkeley.
Okay.
And so these are in the 60s.
Yeah.
They were elementary school teachers, but also huge fans of literacy and teaching everybody. It didn't matter the age, teaching folks how to read, how to write, how to understand, and the power within language and community. And so they were activists, and they were educators, and they had an ability to love beyond circumstance. And I was able to witness that over and over. They put us in spaces where community gathered, in spaces of love. And again, we're rooted in making sure that truly no child was left behind. Like that was at the core.
It was the motto.
Yeah, that was the motto. Like from all that I've heard and what I witnessed. And so, yeah, those are, my parents were dope. You know, Fern Stroud, who's still 88. I'm named after her, and then my father, Fern Stroud, who passed in 2008.
Okay.
And so, you know, at the end of it all, you want to do what your ancestors never thought but always imagined. You know, like, I guess thought and imagine is kind of the same. So what they dreamed of, but never thought could actually happen.
Yeah.
And so we want to, you know, you want to make your mama and daddy proud.
Yeah, you do. We do.
But you also want to love yourself, and not. I'm big on authenticity, and so if that love is conditional, then you start contorting. And we ain't nobody no gymnast up in this motherfucker. Having that authenticity and ability to just be. Yeah. And I was blessed to just be as a little kid.
You know, I will say there's a lot of people. I surely think that it was kind of, I grew up that way. It was kind of, you have this box. And you know that you need to be in that box, and everything outside of that box is like not accepted. You know, and that's a hard conversation. I don't want to get too deep.
Come on, let's go there.
You know, I don't want to get too deep about it.
We got some time.
But my thing is like, once I broke outside of that box, my whole world changed. But it took me so long
Baby.
It took me, and I noticed psychologically now that I look back, I kept trying to put myself in other people's boxes because I was trained to be that way.
Yeah.
And so once I finally stepped into just who Jeremy is, like just be you, do you, and let that be what it is, you know. And I didn't care. It's just everything it's just 180 in my whole life, you know.
Tell me more about that. First of all, was there anything in particular that had caused that shift? What was it that, first of all, let you see you were in a box? Because most people don't even know they in a motherfucking
you know
box.
It's funny because I think for me, you know, you talked about you want to make your parents happy or proud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me personally, mine was tied to religion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was constantly fighting this battle of believing something, thinking something, and living a certain way. But I don't care what nobody say. Like it just didn't. I could do it, and then I go home and I'd be wrestling at night, and I'd be wrestling on my way to work, and I'd be wrestling everything I do. But I almost like I started to live a double life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm gonna say I lived a double life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to shed off religion. Now, when you hear that, especially, you know, because we sensitive to black church people. No, he but no, I'm saying that to say when I shed it off, not that I gave up believing in God or anything of none of that. It's just I'm not buying the tradition that you gave me about this religion. You see what I'm saying? Man. And so I let that go, and I stepped into my own, and it just it was of course when you look back, it's not just this one moment, right? Yeah. But it slowly started to happen, and then the more and more I started to have more faith in how it shaped me and how I was being shaped and how things were going for me in a positive way, not materially on the outside. I'm talking about when you lay your head down on the pillow at night. Yeah, there's something that I remember a guy saying. I can't remember who said it, but he said, "You can lie to everyone that in the world, but you can't lie to yourself when you go to bed at night." He said, "When you're staring up at that ceiling, you can't lie to yourself." Because only you know the 100% truth about Fern, and I know, and so that it just changed for me. And so, but I also noticed that in childhood, or I would say teenage years and young adult years, I was rejecting that, but then I was putting myself in. I didn't have the confidence to walk in my own box, because I was so shaped to just be, you understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to put that on anybody else. That's how I internalize it, right? It's how it shaped me. Yeah. And so it just took a long time, you know what I mean? So what you see now is like me being me. I am me. I ain't faking the funk for nobody. Yeah. I ain't, you know what I mean? That's why I could come to Napa, do a podcast. Cause I'm like, I tell people all the time, like, well, what made you want to do something in Napa? What makes people want to do something anywhere? Yeah. Yeah. I don't need permission to do this. Nope. You know what I mean? You just, so you just do it. And who I am naturally, like I'm not presenting one way when I'm in the community, and then when I'm with you, I'm a different way. I'm not doing that. Yeah. People are going to get a consistent me. And I would say I used to be very inconsistent with who people were meeting. And I used to try to not have this group of people ever meet that group of people. Because you was over here doing the fool. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So that's, and I never publicly said this before. So it's kind of therapeutic. But
let me ask you that. How do you feel saying it?
I feel good.
It's a beautiful thing to step out your box, but it's even more beautiful when you're able to reflect on that step out. And the thing that folks don't always realize is this is something that, oh man, hit me. Because I grew up in church. And so it was, I thought God left me. I left him. And so once that box is completely exploded and you're able to live that authenticity, you realize God never left you. He always been with you. the whole time. It's all these other things that make you think or try to believe that you weren't good enough for God. When God always has been there.
I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Never. Never. And so that's a huge, huge, huge thing, because folks, I see the internal battles that happen. People are literally hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Because that box, they know they can't fit in, but they gonna sit up and that contortion.
They're contorting themselves. Yep. Yep.
It's killing people. When all we have to do is know love binds everything. And God ain't never stopped loving us. Ever. We're harder on ourselves. And I'm just so thankful that you shared that, because it's real. And I'm glad that you were able to step into continuing to evolve into your purpose. And another thing is, we never are done.
Never. Yeah.
This job ain't done.
Yeah, it goes to the grave.
Man, the day you tell me I'm not a different motherfucker, the day you tell me that, oh, I know my time is about to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's it.
Yeah.
If we're not evolving, we're literally dying.
We're dying. That's true. That's true.
And if God is before us,
who could be against us?
Baby.
You know what I mean?
And we wasn't even trying to go there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Man, we wasn't trying to go there. We drinking special juice and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to drink, you know what I mean? I'm going to have me a sip on that one. I always tell people all the time, I say wine got to be important because it was Jesus' first miracle. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real. But it's indicative of who we are as people, as humans. We are ever evolving. We are ever changing. We are ever learning. And so it is important to do that self-work. A lot of people don't do that self-work. And over it's like when my father passed, something shifted. Because that was my homie. Like, that was my partner. And so it forced me to look at life in a different way. You know, when your homie is like one of your best friends, somebody who you know always got your back, is not there no more.
Yeah.
You're forced to look at things a lot different. And so my father passed in 2008. In 2009, I was reading a book because I was managing artists. So I did manage producers and rappers and stuff like that. I produced a little bit and all of that. And so I was managing artists, and I read a book thinking that I was going to get the game on how to manage artists. Man, that book was talking about prayer and meditation. And I have been meditating since, praying and meditating
Whoever wrote
since
it knew what you was gonna need.
Man, since 2009.
The music part you don't need today. You gonna need,
man.
You need God.
Life shifted completely. And that's when, like, during one of my meditations where I hit like this nirvana state. And that's a state of like, whoa, oh shit. Did I smoke a little crack or something? Like, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But in that's where I got that message that I never left you. You left me. And so everything has shifted. And it's been a slow but steady kind of acceleration. And so it's just indicative of the journey. Like, we're here to
that's amazing.
To fulfill our purpose, and doing that introspective work allows you to dig into what is your purpose. And then from there, you're able to fill those gaps, because you are the only person on this earth that was meant to do what you're supposed to do. So I don't give a fuck about what anybody else is doing. You can have 15 Black Vine replicas.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on what my purpose is. And so that's a piece of my purpose, to provide a model for Black folks to make money. for us to be able to do our own. They said we had to pull ourselves up from bootstraps when we didn't even have shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you want us to try to figure out how to be equal?
Mm-hmm.
That's not even possible.
Yeah.
But if we can provide infrastructure and an example, and somebody can go and do that, man, that's gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's good. That's good. Is there anything you want to leave the people before we get off here and wrap up the conversation? Is there anything on your heart and your mind? I mean, we got deep. So,
Man, yeah.
I don't know if we left it all on the table, but if there's anything else,
I wasn't even prepared for all of this. Like, shoot, I'm trying to make sure my stomach's still sucked in. No, this is just a beautiful conversation, and I'm glad that we got an opportunity to connect.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think, is there anything, I don't know. I'll probably think of 100 things after the fact, but in this moment, this has been dope. I'm appreciative. Thank you for sharing a piece of your journey, and continue to live outside that box and just flourish.
I will.
Flourish. So, and let me know. Like I said it off the cameras and shit, but however we can support what you're doing, let us know, because
we got some things coming. We're gonna talk.
We gonna make sure that whatever it is, if there's any place that we can fit in to help, we're here to serve that space. So, well,
thank you, Miss Fern Stroud.
Hey.
Black Vines. Now, you're not related to CJ Stroud, are you?
I don't know, man. CJ.
Because CJ, I'm not gonna go bad on the kid. He's a kid. He's a young man. I'm not gonna say he's a kid. He's a young man. I'm old enough to say kid, but
what's CJ?
You ain't fumbling the ball like CJ Stroud.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Hey,
bruh.
CJ Stroud, hold your head up, man, and man, just keep grinding.
And if we cousins, I love you.
Yeah.
Even
I got you. This your cousin. Come to the
We love you.
Yeah. Come to the Black Vines event. Come support. Send some of that millions from Texas. Get some of this wine. And watch that. There's a documentary on John Elway. It's really good because it journeys his whole story, and I'm saying it's CJ Stroud, but he, when you saw his whole NFL career, he was losing all the way up until he won them last 2 Super Bowls. He was hitting, just tanking every time. You know what I mean? And but he ended up still being one of the greatest. So it was encouraging to me to watch it, because it shows that the road it's a long journey, and it ain't a straight path.
Oh no,
it ain't a straight path, and we all gotta march it. But I'm so glad that I was able to connect with you. I think we have more exciting things we're gonna do in the future.
Absolutely.
And thank you guys for watching this episode. We're gonna bring the best conversations in the podcast space, not the wine space, not Napa Valley, in the podcast space in the world. We're gonna blow this thing up. And I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for all the guests who've been on so far. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.